Question 1. When should you leave a 2-second gap between your vehicle and the one in front? B. When it's dry. In good dry conditions, a driver needs to keep a distance of at least 2 seconds from the car in front. This should allow enough space for you to stop if the driver in front has to stop suddenly. Question 2. When should you flash your headlights at other road users? D. When letting them know that you're there. You should only flash your headlights to warn others of your presence. Don't use them to greet others, show impatience, or give priority to other road users because they could misunderstand your signal. Question 3. You're driving a car that has a diesel engine. What can a loose filler cap on your fuel tank cause? B. It can make the roads slippery for other road users. Diesel fuel can spill out if your filler cap isn't secured properly. This is most likely to occur on bends, junctions and roundabouts where it will make the road slippery, especially if it's wet. At the end of a spell of dry weather, road surfaces may be especially slippery where diesel has been spilled but it hasn't been washed away by rain. Question 4. What does this sign mean? C. This motorway ends in 1 mile. This sign indicates that this main carriageway will end in 1 mile. Be prepared to slow down. Question 5. What should you do when you're overtaking a horse and rider? D. Go past slowly and carefully. Horses can be startled by the sound of a car engine or the rush of air caused by a vehicle passing too closely. Keep well back and only pass when it's safe. Leave them plenty of room. You may have to use the other side of the road to go past safely. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 6. What should you do if you're being followed by an ambulance showing flashing blue lights? A. Pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. Pull over in a place where the ambulance can pass safely. Check that there are no bollards or obstructions in the road that will prevent it from passing. Question 7. Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? B. Bomb disposal. Emergency vehicles use blue flashing lights. If you see or hear one, move out of its way as soon as it's safe and legal to do so. Question 8. What does this sign indicate? D. Roadworks ahead. This sign indicates roadworks or an obstruction ahead. It may be used for any type of works, ranging from large construction schemes to minor maintenance. Slow down and watch for workers. Question 9. You're driving in traffic at the speed limit for the road. What should you do if the driver behind is trying to overtake? C. Keep a steady course, and allow the driver behind to overtake. Keep a steady course to give the driver behind an opportunity to overtake safely. If necessary, slow down. Reacting incorrectly to another driver's impatience can lead to danger. Question 10. What's the minimum time gap you should leave when following a vehicle on a wet road? D. 4 seconds. Water will reduce your tire's grip on the road. The safe separation gap of at least 2 seconds in dry conditions should be doubled to at least 4 seconds in wet weather. Question 11. Who should obey diamond-shaped traffic signs? A. Tram drivers. These signs apply only to tram drivers, but you should know their meaning so that you're aware of the priorities and are able to anticipate the actions of the driver. Question 12. Why is it dangerous to travel too close to the vehicle ahead? C. Your view of the road ahead will be restricted. Tailgating is the term used when a driver or rider follows the vehicle in front too closely. It's dangerous because it restricts your view of the road ahead and leaves no safety margin if the vehicle in front needs to slow down or stop suddenly. Tailgating is often the underlying cause of rear-end collisions or multiple pileups. Question 13. You're driving on a clear night. Which lights should you use if the national speed limit applies and there's a steady stream of oncoming traffic? C. Dipped headlights. Use the full beam headlights only when you can be sure that you won't dazzle other road users. Question 14. You wish to turn right ahead. Why should you take up the correct position in good time? C. To help other road users know what you intend to do. If you wish to turn right into a side road, take up your position in good time. Move to the center of the road when it's safe to do so. This will allow vehicles to pass you on the left. Early planning will show other traffic what you intend to do. Question 15. What does this sign mean? A. The minimum speed limit is no longer 30 miles per hour. This sign states that the previous minimum speed limit of 30 miles per hour has ended. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 16, what should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? D. Brake gently in plenty of time. In snowy conditions, be careful with the steering, accelerator and brakes. Braking sharply while you're driving on snow is likely to make your car skid. Question 17, on what type of road surface may anti-lock brakes be ineffective? B. Loose. Poor contact with the road surface could cause one or more of the tires to lose grip on the road. This is more likely to happen when braking in poor weather conditions and when the road has a loose, slippery or uneven surface. Question 18, you're following a vehicle on a wet road. You stay a safe distance behind it. What should you do if a driver overtakes you and pulls into the gap you've left? C. Drop back to regain a safe distance. Wet weather will affect the time it takes for you to stop and can affect your control. Your speed should allow you to stop safely and in good time. If another vehicle pulls into the gap you've allowed, ease back until you've regained your stopping distance. Question 19, tell me how you would check your brake fluid level. V. Lift your bonnet and locate the brake fluid reservoir. Check the level on the side. The brake fluid reservoir is located under the bonnet. Typically, it is a translucent container with a level gauge on the side. Open the bonnet, locate the brake fluid reservoir, and check the fluid level against the gauge. Question 20, in which conditions will your overall stopping distance increase? A. In the rain. Extra care should be taken in wet weather. On wet roads, your stopping distance could be double that in dry conditions. Question 21, what will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? D. The tire grip. If the road surface becomes very hot, it can soften. Tires are unable to grip a soft surface as well as they can a firm dry one. Take care when cornering and braking. Question 22, you've just gone through flood water. What should you do to make sure your brakes are working properly? V. Go slowly while gently applying the brakes. Water on the brakes will act as a lubricant, causing them to work less efficiently. Using the brakes lightly as you go along will quickly dry them out. Question 23. You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? A 2-second time gap. One way of checking there's a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front is to use the 2-second rule. To check for a 2-second time gap, choose a stationary object ahead such as a bridge or road sign. When the car in front passes the object, say only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. If you reach the object before you finish saying the phrase, you're too close and need to increase the gap. Question 24. What does this road sign mean? D. No U-turns. A sign with a red circle is prohibitive. It tells you what you must not do. This sign means that vehicles are prohibited from making U-turns here. Question 25. What will help you to move off on a snowy surface? B. Using a higher gear than normal. If you attempt to move off in a low gear, there'll be more torque, turning force, at the driven wheels than if you use a higher gear. More torque makes it easier for the tires to lose grip and so spin the wheels. Question 26. You're following other vehicles in fog. You have your headlights on dipped beam. What else can you do to reduce the chances of being in a collision? D. Keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front. When it's foggy, use your headlights on dipped beam. This will help you see, and be seen by other road users. If visibility is seriously reduced, consider using front and rear fog lights if you have them. Keep to a sensible speed and don't follow the vehicle in front too closely. If the road is wet and slippery, you'll need to allow twice the normal stopping distance. Question 27. What's the nearest you may park to a junction? A. 10 meters, 32 feet. Don't park within 10 meters, 32 feet, of a junction, unless in an authorized parking place. This is to allow drivers emerging from or turning into the junction a clear view of the road they're joining. It also allows them to see hazards such as pedestrians or cyclists at the junction. Question 28. You're driving towards a zebra crossing. What should you do if a person in a wheelchair is waiting to cross? D. Be prepared to stop. You should slow down and be prepared to stop as you would for an able-bodied person. Don't wave them across as other traffic may not stop. Question 29. You're at a junction controlled by traffic lights. When should you wait at a green light? B. When your exit from the junction is blocked. As you approach the traffic lights, look into the road you wish to take. Only proceed if your exit road is clear. If the road is blocked, hold back even if you have to wait for the next green signal. Question 30. You've broken down on a two-way road. You have a warning triangle? At least how far from your vehicle should you place the warning triangle? C. 45 meters, 147 feet. Advance warning triangles fold flat and don't take up much room. Use one to warn other road users if your vehicle has broken down or if there has been an incident. Place it at least 45 meters, 147 feet, behind your vehicle, or the incident, on the same side of the road or verge. Place it further back if the scene is hidden by, for example, a bend, hill or dip in the road. Don't use warning triangles on motorways. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 31. You're driving on a busy main road. What should you do if you find that you're driving in the wrong direction? D. Turn around in a side road. Don't turn around in a busy street or reverse from a side road into a main road. Find a quiet side road and choose a place to turn around where you won't obstruct an entrance or exit. Look out for pedestrians and cyclists as well as other traffic. Question 32. What does it mean if your trailer has a maximum authorized mass, MAM, of 3,500 kilograms? D. Your trailer and load combined cannot weigh more than 3,500 kilograms. The MAM of the trailer is stamped on the plate fitted to the chassis. It is the maximum weight of the trailer and load that the manufacturer has designed it to carry. Do not load your trailer so that it exceeds this maximum weight. Question 33. You've just been overtaken by this motorcyclist. What should you do if the rider cuts in sharply? C. Keep a safe gap. If another vehicle cuts in sharply, ease off the accelerator and drop back to allow a safe separation distance. Try not to overreact by braking sharply or swerving, as you could lose control. If vehicles behind you are too close or unprepared, it could lead to a crash. Question 34. You're driving in a slow-moving queue of traffic. What should you do just before changing lane? B. Look for motorcyclists filtering through the traffic. In queuing traffic, motorcyclists could be passing you on either side. Use your mirrors and check your blind area before changing lanes or changing direction. Question 35. What hazard should you be aware of when traveling along this street? C. Children running out between vehicles. On roads where there are many parked vehicles, you might not be able to see children between parked cars, and they may run out into the road without looking. Question 36. What does this sign mean? B. End of restricted parking area. Even though you've left the restricted area, make sure that you park where you won't endanger other road users or cause an obstruction. Question 37. Your car needs to pass an MO test. What may be invalidated if you drive the car without a current MO certificate? B. The vehicle insurance. If your vehicle requires an MO certificate, it's illegal to drive it without one, and your insurance may be invalid if you do so. The only exceptions are that you may drive to a pre-arranged MO test appointment or to a garage for repairs required for the test. Question 38. How should you use the lanes on a motorway? B. Keep to the left-hand lane unless you're overtaking. You should normally travel in the left-hand lane unless you're overtaking a slower-moving vehicle. When you've finished overtaking, move back into the left-hand lane, but don't cut across in front of the vehicle that you've overtaken. Question 39. Your car breaks down on a level crossing. What's the first thing you should do? B. Leave your vehicle and get everyone clear. If your vehicle breaks down on a level crossing, your first priority is to get everyone out of the vehicle and clear of the crossing. Then use the railway telephone if there is one to tell the signal operator. If you have time before the train arrives, move the vehicle clear of the crossing, but only do this if the alarm signals aren't activated. Question 40. Why do motorcyclists often look round over their right shoulder just before turning right? D. To check for traffic in their blind area. When you see a motorcyclist, take a glance over their shoulder. They're probably about to change direction. Recognizing a clue like this helps you to anticipate their next action. This can improve road safety for you and others. Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video. Question 41. What should you do if you think the driver of the vehicle in front has forgotten to cancel their right indicator? D. Stay behind and don't overtake. Be cautious and don't attempt to overtake. The driver may be unsure of the location of a junction and may turn suddenly. Question 42. Which warning light is for low oil? If this light comes on, you should pull over immediately, assuming it's safe to do so. Continuing on could cause your engine to seize. Question 43. You see a pedestrian carrying a white stick that also has a red band. What does this mean? D. They're deaf and blind. When someone is deaf as well as blind, they may carry a white stick with a red reflective band or bands. They may not be aware that you're approaching and they may not be able to hear anything, so for example your horn would be ineffective as a warning to them. Question 44. What should you do if a doctor prescribes drugs that are likely to affect your driving? C. Get someone else to drive. You shouldn't drive if you're taking medicine that could cause you to feel drowsy at the wheel. Ask someone else to drive, or if that isn't possible, find another way to get home. Question 45. How will a police officer in a patrol vehicle signal for you to stop? A. Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. You must obey signals given by the police. If a police officer in a patrol vehicle wants you to pull over, they'll indicate this without causing danger to you or other traffic. Question 46. Where would it be unsafe to overtake? C. Approaching a junction. You should overtake only when it's really necessary, and you can see it's clear ahead. Look out for road signs and markings that show it's illegal or would be unsafe to overtake, for example approaching junctions or bends. In many cases, overtaking is unlikely to significantly improve your journey time. Question 47. You've been involved in an argument that's made you feel angry. What should you do before starting your journey? D. Calm down. If you're feeling upset or angry, you'll find it much more difficult to concentrate on your driving. You should wait until you've calmed down before starting a journey. Question 48. Which lights should you use when you're driving in a tunnel? C. Dipped headlights. Before entering a tunnel, you should switch on your dipped headlights, as this will allow you to see and be seen. In many tunnels it's a legal requirement. Don't wear sunglasses while you're driving in a tunnel. Question 49. You're driving at night with your headlights on main beam. A vehicle is overtaking you. When should you dip your headlights? D. As soon as the vehicle passes you. On main beam, your lights could dazzle the driver in front. Dip your headlights as soon as the driver passes you and drop back so that the dipped beam falls short of the vehicle in front. Question 50, which diagram shows a hazard warning line? A. You need to know the difference between the normal center line and the hazard warning line. If there's a hazard ahead, the markings are longer and the gaps shorter. This gives you advance warning of an unspecified hazard.